Hello, I'm Marlo, Diana, and you are tuned in to Fast Fit Foods. Today on this beautiful July summer day, we are making the sizzling pasta salad. This recipe is from Sicily. It's actually very healthy. It's low in fat. It's moderate carbohydrates. It's a low glycemic carbohydrate, which that means it will not spike your insulin. And it also has a good amount of protein from eggs. Basically, it's very fast and it's very cheap to make and it's healthy. So let's get started. We're going to go with, you can use cut ziti, or you could use what I call the old tie, the bow tie. And this is 1 pound of pasta. And what you're going to do is you're going to boil water. If you want the water to boil quickly, just add a pinch of salt, but you really don't need it. And watch it don't splash. You're going to put your whole pound of pasta into the water. Disregard that. Gently mix. And now what you're going to do is go over to your oil. Canola oil, olive oil, any oil. Basically, and you want to put just a capful. And now what is that going to do? That's going to prevent your pasta from sticking. And now you're going to mix that gently. And you're going to leave that cook for approximately 15 minutes. I think I'm going to need this. This is a nice summer salad. This will be our bowl for later. What consists of the summer salad is, actually, this is a 1/4 cup of olive oil, and we're not even going to use all of that. We're going to use, say, approximately almost a 1/4 cup of balsamic vinegar. You could use apple cider vinegar. You could use anything if you want. 1/2 cup of onion with some garlic on top if you want. This is parsley, fresh parsley, and here's your spices. Nice oregano, where you can pick up anywhere, and you also have a drop of salt if you'd like, and here's some tomato, and there is a little bit of paprika in here as well. Now you're going to go back over to your pasta, give it a little stir, and also I'm boiling water here for our eggs, hard-boiled eggs. You want the water to start to boil first. The water is boiling, so I'm going to boil these eggs for 15 minutes. And gently you put them in the hot boiling water. And we're going to set a timer here. 15 minutes. Here we go. We're just going to leave that do its thing there. This is going to be beautiful. And now we're going to do a little exercise. We're going with the water bottles today, like our last. First, I'll remove this, and we're just going to do some basic curls to get warmed up. Bring it up. 1. And these are full bottled water, which weighs approximately 9 pounds. 2, 3, 4, 5. And you're going to do these for your pectorals. If this is too heavy, I want you to go lighter, which you'll use maybe cans. You could use cans. Bring it up and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down. Now we're going to work your deltoids, which are your shoulders. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down. And also shrugs. 2. What is this doing? This is working your neck, your back. This is very good if you play sports. If you have a young child, I'd say recommend from the age of 14, and definitely check with your family physician. But exercise program is definitely great for a young girl, a young boy, especially if you're involved with sports, because it'll protect your neck. We're also going to use, these are regular bands. These are weighted bands. This is actually weighs probably, I don't know exactly, but say a pound. These are great because you can pick them up at any health store, but I'll get you some. And what you're going to do is just keep your feet here. And we're going to start with some biceps. And this works your arms and your forearms. And how many are you doing? It doesn't matter. You do maybe 4 to 5. So you go 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, and then even together 5. But always do the same amount on each arm. And these are hard, but do them. Up, hold. Because this is weighted, I can't bring them all the way. But this is more just a resistance. Down. And you squeeze your abdominals as well. You can see it's working. Now we're going to do another exercise. This is for your back. I want to give you a good view. You can see the back working. And this is just with a regular band. We'll do the other side. Okay. Now we're going to go with a different band. This is a different style. Put your foot here. And actually I just want you to twist. Hold this up here, and this is for your back. And when you do it, make each one count. 1. And squeeze your stomach, which are your abdominals. 2. 2. 3. 3. So basically you're just holding these up. Hold them up. And remember, I'm not doing 1,000 repetitions. I mean, I'm not doing this 1,000 times. But if you have the effort, you can do it a little longer. Meaning, you can do this for a full minute. But the best is to do it for 30 seconds. Stop and repeat it. But that's what's fun about this. There is no rules. And once you get used to these exercises, you can do more and more. Okay, now we're going to 1 foot forward, up. And this is working your pectorals, which is your chest. And it's also working all of your arms. And now this is a great area for your tricep. This is back here. The jiggle. Who has that problem? A lot of women, but not anymore because we're going to correct it. You bring your hand up here, firm. Bring it back. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze it. 4, 5, 6. Hold that one up there. 7, 8, 9. And then bring us up. Count to 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And you have to do the other side because what do we say? You do one, you do the other. 10. You can count backwards. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And remember, never keep your arm out here and do it. You could, but we're keeping them here, back. You can see the muscles in motion. And if you really want to get creative, you could do 2. 1, 2, 3. You got the picture. So this is the band. Basically, it's very good, but you don't need it. You could always use just jugs. If you want to use jugs, you can use jugs. The same sequence. But make sure you have tight caps because we don't want any water all over. You'll see his exercise works, but the jugs leak. This is very good. Hold it up there. And this is another one you could do as well. Get this. Keep your arm under here. And it might seem awkward, and if it's too heavy, go lighter. Or you don't even use weight. Use your arm, resistance. 2, 3, 4, 5. But remember, you got to finish 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Always keep the same number in each arm. I don't know about you, but I'm breaking a sweat. Let's see what's going on over here now. We still have a few minutes here. We got to check our pasta out. And how do you know if pasta's done? Well, of course you could time it, but you never know. Now I have the window open, so your timing will get a little screwed up because it's different, because the cold air is blowing on this. So the best way, now there is an old tale, if you throw the pasta and it sticks to the wall, it means it's done, but we're not going to do that, and don't do that. But we are going to test it. And how do you test it? It should firmly just break in half. But it's not firmly breaking in half, so it's kind of not done. A few more minutes. Might as well go back to working out now. And a good tip for the day, if you want to make some healthy tea, just get a basic tea bag. You can get any tea. Add 1 gallon of water in a clear pitcher that can hold up to 1.5 gallons. Add 4 to 5 tea bags. Leave it sit in the sun for approximately 5 hours, more or less a day, and you'll create a beautiful tea. And then you'll get some fresh mint. You could add that and some ice, and you add the sugar when you pour the tea. You don't add the sugar into the tea because that's too much, and we want to watch our carbohydrate intake. Now go back here to this pasta. And today we work some triceps, some chest. We're going to do a few push-ups here. Firm area, and remember, if you can't do it, do half. Up, down, half. 1. And this is working your stomach muscles. See? But you want to use 2 hands. Squeeze. Make each one count. 2. Flex your abs. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. And now, if you really do it, these are called diamonds. Why are they called diamonds? Because you're making the shape of a diamond. These are not easy, but if you can do it, this builds a little more of your tricep. And it might seem easy, but it works. Who said exercise has to be hard? Who says cooking has to be hard? Go back to our jugs now. We're going to do these for our lats. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, we're going to do these. These are for your abdominals and your leg. And it's for that problem area of fat in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down. Other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are great. I could feel them. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down. Bring it up. Hold. This feels really good. 3, 4, 5. Down. See, what you're doing is you're burning fat everywhere, and you're also promoting it to burn a little more in certain places. What's going on over here now? We got less than 3 minutes to go. I think our pasta is done. So what we're going to do is put our strainer in your sink. You're going to get the cold water, begin running it. You're going to shut your stove off. And I wouldn't recommend being around hot water or the stove with no shirt on. That's why I'm putting this on. Okay. Take your trusty glove, backup spoon. You're going to begin to strain the water, and you want to watch the steam. Bring it into the strainer, dump it in there, put this back on the stove so no one gets burnt. Now you're going to begin to cool it with cold water. And if you have a spray, it's good. If you don't, it doesn't matter. Use a spoon. Gently move it around. And what this does is automatically cool it, and it stops the cooking process. And you don't want to cool it too much. Now the eggs are still cooking beautiful. This is going to be our nice bowl for our pasta salad. Give it a little shake for the excess water. Make sure it's out. You pour that in there. This is really coming along nice. Everything's very, very good. Let's start on our dressing now. We're going to use a little balsamic vinegar, and remember, you can use any type of vinegar. I like vinegar, so I give it a little extra, in which you can. Now, this is our seasoning. You're going to put that in there, but not all of it. You're just going to put a little bit in. And remember, the paprika goes to the bottom, so you want to just make sure you get a little paprika in there now. And now what I always do is I just put a little of this in there, just to give it a little excitement. And what you're going to do here is you're going to add these, which are the onions and the garlic, in here. And you're not going to add the tomato right now. Why? Because you want just the onion to mix with the pasta. Sort of like a chain reaction. And believe it or not, it will. And the bits of garlic. We're going to nice fresh parsley. And remember, you're going to leave a little in there. Oh, I almost had a tragedy there. See, I'm getting excited already. That's okay. See. Very good. Now, it doesn't recommend salt, so I'm not even going to put it in. But later you can. However, we do have to mix this. Now, I had some lime around here somewhere, but let's see. Oh, here it is. And you could add just a little lime in there. Just a tiny bit. Our eggs are done. Okay. Now, since the eggs are done, we're going to take these over as well. We have the strainer here, but we're not going to put them in the strainer. We're just going to drain the water. And remember, you have to really put cold water on hard-boiled eggs because they will stick. You ever have a hard-boiled egg that sticks? It's a pain in our butt. So not only just put the water in here, but redrain it because the pan is still hot. And you really got to get them cold. Even I recommend if you have a few ice cubes, you can put ice cubes in here as well. And we're just going to let them soak for a few minutes with cold water. Usually I put a few ice cubes in there. And what that does, it separates the egg from the shell. Immediately after 15 minutes of boiling, you have to put cold water on those eggs, or else you're going to have a big headache. And now this is our dressing. Now we're going to add a few tomatoes. And this is about maybe a cup of tomatoes. And you're just going to add a little bit of dressing. Not all of it. And what you're going to do is just gently mix this around. And what that's going to do is create a beautiful taste. And actually, if you let this sit for a little while, you cover it, let it chill in the refrigerator for, I'd say, about a good 30 minutes. And it really, really, really will bring out the flavors. Let's check on our eggs now. Okay, here's our hard-boiled eggs. We have to peel these eggs really quickly, so crack them. And now from the cold water, these should be able to have problem-free. See, beautiful. That's beautiful. Crack it on your knuckle. You're tough. Are you tough? Sure you're tough. You exercise and eat right. That's not a trick question. Now, you want to rinse these again, like that. There you go. Okay. Now, I would like to have an egg separator, but we do not have one. So we're just going to use a knife. Basically, you're just going to cut this like this. Nice and gently. Nice knife. Beautiful. And now you remember we still have our little bit of seasoning. What you're going to do with this is gently just put it on top. This is so healthy for you. Beautiful. Now, remember how we said we didn't add any salt? Because we're going to add it at the end now. Remember, use your palm. You put a little bit. What's a little bit? It's a little bit. You just go like this, rub it around. That's all. Okay, that's basically it. This is a quick Sicilian pasta. It doesn't take long to make. It's very cheap. This is probably, let's see, not probably, this is under $5. This will feed definitely 5 people, possibly 6. You have 2 eggs, which are 6 grams of protein each. With the egg yolk, it's approximately 2 grams of fat. You have, so basically 1 cup of this. If you got a cup of this dish here, you're having carbohydrates, 42 carbohydrates. That's including the pasta and everything else. You're getting protein, you're probably getting about 10 grams of protein. So you can probably have a cup and a half of this, guilt-free. Thank you very much for joining me. Again, I'm Marlo Diana, and thank you for tuning in Fast Fit Foods. And I'm very excited. Catch you at the next one when we make something even better. See you later. Thank you.